Hello everyone, and we're back again for another live sales call recording. So you know how this works? I will play a sales call from our team and I will review it. I do not know the outcome of this call. I like doing it that way so I can go on the journey with you guys to see what the outcome of the call actually is. Now, this is a call from one of our newer sales professionals, James, and this is for a Pilates studio in Sydney, doing a bit of a pre-sale. When we do a pre-sale, we push people towards a certain date to open up a 28-day beginner Pilates challenge. Now, one of the biggest questions I get all the time is, well, like, how do you go from selling F45 to CrossFit to Pilates to spin to aerial to dance? And the truth is, the secret comes down to the script that we use. No matter what type of modality that you sell, effectively you are still selling to a person. People think B2B or B2C, but forget H2H, human to human. They hear it for a reason, they want a problem solved, and then at the end of the call, we just wrap that problem around the solution that we're offering on that phone call. So let's hit go, and we'll see how this call goes.
Hi, Nado. It's James here from Highland Wellness. How are you?
Good. So where are you from?
Highland Wellness. You entered your details to find
Never a good start when they say, who are you?
out about
Right. I was expecting a girl.
Yes, no, I work with her.
Oh, do you?
I can't.
So that's quite common, right? So like I was expecting a girl when you're selling Pilates, or especially when you're selling like a female weight loss coaching program. James handles it wonderfully here. You just move on, right? You just laugh it off and keep going. And people get so consumed by the details and particulars. Just relax, take a breath.
I don't have the moves like she does, but that's okay.
Oh, I bet you got your
I'm
own
not that flexible. Yes, is now a good time to have a quick chat?
Absolutely.
Always good to ask. Otherwise, you can enter a call when they're at the shopping centre, they're driving. It can lead to a lot of objections based on, hey, I haven't got my card, I haven't got my phone, I'm in a rush, I'm picking up the kids. Always ask that question because from my experience, if we don't sell someone in that first phone call and there's a follow-up process, they're long gone. Don't get me wrong, 1 out of 20 are good, but the other 19, like this is such an emotional purchase.
Yep.
So our calls are recorded for training purposes. Is that okay?
Yep, all good.
For any you Karens out there, get me, we give them permission, we ask permission to record them, and then after the phone call, we also reach out to the person and ask them permission to use it publicly, right? So we do the right thing, we dot the I's, cross the T's.
Awesome. So what stuck out to you about the beginner's challenge there?
Just because I want to, I'm in an open office, so it doesn't really, I'm moving.
So what stuck out to you about the beginner's challenge is another way to say what sparked your interest. James did a great job here. We narrowed her to remind herself of why she booked in a call.
Yes, okay. That's all right.
Because I just wanted to, I get restarted, begin again.
Yes.
Yes, so it just, appealed to me, like doing it like a structured kind of way.
So we're a minute 11 into the phone call. She thought a female was calling her. James overcame it with humour. And now she's already giving away some of her goals. I want to restart. I want to re-begin. I want structure. It's why I love that question. Just you put the frame back on them straight away, and they are the focus of the conversation, not what you're actually selling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Structured program, guidance as to what you're doing.
Yes.
Absolutely, it all makes sense. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions when you're in a comfy spot?
I'm in a bed much better spot now.
Awesome. Can I ask you what?
So occasionally when you ask that question, they do go on a big tangent. You want to tactfully interrupt, bring them back and take control of the call, and effectively now enter the script, which is going through like a situation phase. Well, what is their current situation by the questions that James is about to ask?
What's your age, please?
I'm 55.
55. And what would you say is your number one goal that you want to achieve?
I want to be fit I don't know, bitter.
One thing that James is doing well here, you can see she's actually thinking, and she is almost stuttering to a degree, and James has just remained quiet. He's giving her room to breathe, room to think. He's just asked her, what is her number one goal? Like, if someone asks me today, what's my number one health and fitness goal, it would absolutely require me to think about, well, like, is it the number on the scales? Is it a feeling? Is it a clothing size? So just don't interrupt. Take a breath and let the prospect think and give a thoughtful answer.
Better, a better version of myself than I am
It's a
now.
better, like, upgrade yourself. Got you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And does that involve like weight loss? Is that involving improving just general fitness, cardio? Toning?
General fitness, toning.
I think there James could have said, like, what does upgrade mean to you? But he led with, does that mean toning? Does that mean strength? And what if it means none of those things? What if she's just being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes? So what does upgrading mean to you? So small, very, very small amount of solution dropping in that section of the phone call.
I'm also very conscious that I'm getting older and things go, and my muscle tone's gone, and I need to build up some fitness and my muscle tone, and that's what they say aging people should do.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, I'm pushing same numbers as you. I mean, but you know, like they say as we get older that the number one thing that can impact us is actually just a fall in the home.
I don't like that. The number one thing that we hear is that you're falling in the home. It can open up just a door that you do not want to explore. What James is doing here, he is saying, hey, I'm around the same age. I know what you're experiencing. I understand where you're coming from. It's not a bad thing. I just think there's a better way to go about it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's nothing like traumatic what happens to the young people. We can just hurt ourselves getting out of the shower. So, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's important to increase that level of fitness.
Yes. And all this.
One thing I get asked all the time by gym owners is like, oh, I don't want your sales guys to be pushy or sleazy. Listen to this phone call. Listen to how nice James is, and listen to how laid back this conversation is. Like, for a long time, I thought salespeople were sleazy. I thought the only way to sell someone was to pull a fast one to get something over on someone. But it really is having a conversation and finding the problem. And by listening to this phone call that James is having, there's no way that she can feel like this a high pressure sales environment.
The stretchability and the bending down to pick stuff up and
exactly.
Yep. All that stuff.
Did you manage to have a look at the timetable as to what we...
I did.
So James missed a key part of the script there. So number one, she mentioned strengthening, toning, flexibility, and a bit of weight loss. I like to get a tangible weight loss goal, as it's easy to reference back to at the end of the phone call. So do you want me asking, like, how much do you weigh now, and how much would you like to weigh? And when was the last time that you weighed that much, right? And it creates a gap from where they are now compared to where they want to be, and how long has it been, which then also creates a real sense of urgency, not fake scarcity. We've only got one spot left, right? So if you do sales correctly, you don't need to use fake scarcity. Now, the other thing James missed too was he didn't ask her what has she tried previously. And for me, when selling fitness, this is so critical, because the majority of people that we speak to, majority of people that come to your gym have been to another gym, right? And if they've been to a gym that's priced around that $50 to $60 to $70 a week mark, then price is never going to be the shock. So at the end of the call, if you get a cost objection, I can almost guarantee that that's not what it was. You just haven't done a good job upstream.
And I wanted, what's recover? Like, I like all because I work 5 days a week and I finish at about 5:30 most days, but I can get to some of the evening classes, and I'm just wondering
5:30 and 6:30.
Yes, yep. So I can get to 5:30, and what's a recover? Recover. What does that entail?
As in
That's what the class. That's what the class is called. Is it what? There's mat advance and there's mat open, and there's mat recover.
Okay. So like a recover would be far easier on the body. It's more for recovery. So yeah.
Right.
I love how vague James is being here, because what are you going to do? Yeah, in the recovery session, we come in for the first 5 minutes, we warm up, we stretch, we do this, we do that, we put this music on, the lights set like this. What's the recovery session based about? It's about recovering. Right? And that's all you have to say sometimes. Believe it or not, one of the best things I heard from a sales mentor was like, you can actually sell someone out of the program if you say something that they don't like. So just be vague, just answer their questions, probe, clarify further, and just let them talk.
Great for that beginning or coming out of a hard stretch. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not reformer. We're all mat Pilates.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Awesome. So you'd be interested in the evening classes now.
Yeah.
Are you aware as to when we're actually starting? So we're not starting until the 4th of March.
See, this I do not like. This does not need to come up until the end of the phone call once you start tentatively booking your in for that very first session. This is the pre-sale. The ad is commencing March the 4th. Like, what if she wants to start today, right? Or what if she wants to start next week or March 11th? So this question here, I just wouldn't ask until the end, because she's opted in. It's 2 weeks. By the time we get her signed up, by the time the owner talks to them, it's 1 week. It just can add friction to the call.
Right.
So
no, that's fine.
That's the relaunching of the studio. So that's when we're.
So did you actually close?
See, by saying that, this is what you don't want.
And then close it for a while, and then did you refurbish it or something, or what did you do?
Well, it's just a relaunch.
Right.
Rebranding. Yeah, exactly.
So this particular studio has a new owner, and they're relaunching, rebranding. And James does not want to go into the details. Yep, the last owner didn't do a great job, so this new owner took over and we're launching March 4th and everything's going to be different. You just do not want to have to go into that level of detail with a prospect over the phone that you just met 4 minutes ago. So careful of the questions that you ask and careful of the doors that you open.
Yeah, it's just coming in on that too. So that's the whole push as to probably why you saw the ads on, what do you see it on Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
once again, I wouldn't bring it up.
I know that name, and I clicked through, and
there you go. So our most successful members generally come between 2 and 4 times a week. So
right,
3 is that sweet spot.
Yes,
3 would be doable for you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome. Yep. Awesome. So with this challenge, you get unlimited access.
Love that. 3 is the sweet spot, and for all you fit pros at home, you don't want someone coming 5 days a week, because all of a sudden, if they drop to 4 days a week in 6 months' time, they no longer think they're getting value. We want to encourage people to come for 3 days a week and effectively become fit outside of the gym.
The whole timetable anyway. So
right.
That's right. Fantastic. Now, look, we can help you achieve the muscle toning and increasing your flexibility through the nutrition and exercise programs, right? But a big part of this challenge that we're pushing now is keeping you accountable and motivated.
Yes.
So for us to do that, we really need to uncover your why. So why have you decided now's the time to jump on Pilates and reach these goals that you're trying to get?
Great way to ask that question. You've really stretched it out and allowed her to think of it, and she almost jumped in and cut him off because she's excited to tell him, well, what is the reason why? One thing I will critique James on here is, once again, because we didn't get that tangible weight loss goal at the start of the call, why is it important for you to lose those 10 kilos and get back to where you were X number of years ago, right? So without getting a tangible goal, this question becomes more difficult to ask. In saying that, he did a fantastic job with his tone and cadence in this question.
I'm basically sick of myself. Do you understand that? I bought a bike.
Once again, does this sound like a sales call? They're having a laugh, there's rapport there, they're just having a conversation. If your sales calls don't sound like this, well, then you're creating sales resistance, or they think you're a salesperson, or you're putting them off at the start of the phone call. James did a great job building rapport here.
So I'm going to go. I used to write a lot, so I'm going to do some writing, and I want to get. I grew up with exercise, and I've done exercise quite a bit during my lifetime, and I loved it. It made me feel good. I was happy when I did it. So
amazing.
Yeah. So
it's a real mental game, isn't it?
You jumped in here. I don't like it. You used to love exercise. What was the big difference in regards to like when you loved it and when you were in that routine? Like what you love about it, and how did you feel then compared to how you feel now, and like what type of impact is that having on you now that you are 55 and that you are lacking some energy? So I think you could have probed and clarified further then, as opposed to jump in here,
isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and that's half the battle. Your mental state of mind.
So you get through that part, you feel good. I mean, the good thing about this is all you got to do is get through the front door. We take care of the rest, so to speak. We tell you what to do. So that's good. Look, thank you for sharing that. And look, how's it going to feel? Waking up.
Could have probed it further. Could have clarified more. He's about to future state her now. One of my favorite things to do on a sales call is to put them in a position where they start imagining, well, what would life be like if you achieve their goals? In a sales call, effectively, you're taking them on a journey from like, well, I'm not really happy with where I want to be right now. This is why it's important to me. This is why I want to accomplish it. And then like, well, what happens if you do? And she starts picturing the dress. She starts picturing the energy. She pictures herself on that holiday in Europe, being her best self, feeling how she felt 10 years ago. So listen to this question, listen to how it's asked, and listen to the response that James is going to get.
Up at the end of March, which you've been doing the program, and you are feeling stronger, you are getting more flexible. Are you starting to impact your life?
Yeah, that'd be like, just being able to achieve that.
She cut him off. That would be amazing. And you could literally hear the smile through the phone. Once again, does this sound like a sales call or two people having a conversation? One has a problem, one has a solution.
Knowing you can do it. That's my mental. That'll be awesome.
Amazing. Look, real strong goals, real strong reasons why. I can tell why it really excites you. Look, based on what you've told me, I think we could actually help you achieve these goals. Is it okay?
7 minutes in. Look how far we've come.
Okay, if I explain to you a little bit about what we do and how we do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Always important to ask for permission, because if you ask for permission, they say yes. What you say next, they're listening to, and quite often that also ties off their goal, their reasons why, and you've built that rapport, you understand their problem, they feel heard. Now it's time to share with them the solution.
The challenge itself, it runs for 28 days, so it's $316 for the whole period, so $79 a week.
I don't like that. I would picture the weekly cost first and the total cost after, because if you say 28 days for $319, instantly she's thinking divided by 4, right? And doing some mental gymnastics. And our 28-day challenge is $79 per week. The total cost for our 28-day program is $319. Pause for half a second, make sure they heard it, and then from there, if there is no gasp, right, price isn't going to be an issue. Now they know the price. You understand their goal. You understand why it's important to them. Now you just paint this beautiful picture of what that price gets them and how it is going to solve their problem.
Now, we build that up front because we find that keeps you motivated and excited to continue.
I also hate that. We build this up front. Not the time to say that. Say that at the end of the phone call when you're getting card details. Believe it or not, most people don't have $319 in their account today, right? And if they get paid tomorrow, and James said we build that up front, everything he's saying now, she could be thinking of like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I haven't got this money. I really want to do it. I'm going to have to give him this bullshit objection at the end of the phone call, right? So I think when I review sales calls, it's just minor things that we do consistently that I think can impact our ability to close at the highest percentage possible. Just extra words, extra questions, extra statements that just don't need to be said. Now that landed well. This lady's fine, but like typically I wouldn't do that.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm paid for this thing, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of approach. Yeah, exactly. So
Awesome.
there's 3 core pillars. Oh, the reason why it goes to 28 days is we really want you to see some positive changes around that toning, body shape, just a core fitness and core strength.
And that can be done in 4 weeks?
It can, it really can. We do see most new starters, we see visible tone changes in that time and huge energy improvements over that period. So we've got these 3.
I love that. She asked him a pretty direct question and he handled it really well without over-promising. Because if you say you're going to lose 10 kilos in 28 days, if they don't, they'll be upset. If you say you're going to achieve X, Y, Z and they don't, they'll be upset. So yeah, you'll get stronger, you'll have more energy, you'll get more tone. So I think that was really well handled.
Core pillars that we work off. So 1 is that it's effective, 2 is that it's actually enjoyable, and 3 is that we provide you with a ton of support. So I'll just break that down a little bit. So like the first one is of course effective. This means we need to see you in there that 2 to 4 times per week for you to see those consistent results.
Yes.
The challenge for you really over the 28 days is for you to turn up around about 12 times over the course of the whole month. This way, that's the benchmark that we see success with our long-term members, right?
I love that so much. To ensure that our challenge is effective, we want to see between 2 to 4 times per week. The goal of 28 days is to see you 12 times. That is a benchmark. That is what creates habits for our most successful long-term members. Another question I get asked, well, if you sell 28-day challenges, what happens day 29 and beyond? A huge component is how you actually sell it. The 28 days is a start. The 28 days is a launching pad. The 28 days is to create habits. The 28 days is to make this become your new normal. It's not like 28 days and you're done, you've achieved all your goals, see you later. How you pitch it here is so important to put into their mind that this is just the beginning of a long journey, while at the same time making it an exciting and it appealing for new people to come in for that first month and commit to a goal and to see some early results.
So this allows you to build the right habits and the routines in your life. Plus we help you out with a recipe booklet for options to eat at home, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, all that kind of good stuff. So you can start seeing results at home as well as at the studio. Does that sound good?
That sounds awesome. Yep.
Amazing. So the next...
Notice he didn't talk about basic Pilates, advanced Pilates, recover, the difference between mat and reformer. He's just talking about the results. How does that sound? Amazing. Give them what they want. Once they come in, show them what they need.
Next part is enjoyment. Obviously, we're Pilates studio, so we're not going to have you slogging it out on a treadmill, telling you to eat chicken and brown rice.
No.
Nobody likes eating broccoli every day. No, that's exactly right. We want the sessions to be the highlight of your week, something you actually look forward to, because really that's when the true magic occurs, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a longevity. We want you to enjoy it. We want it to be the highlight of your week. We want to see you 3 times a week and look forward to those sessions to create those habits. So this becomes your new normal.
Totally, that's perfect.
Totally. And the third pillar is accountability and support. So everyone can benefit from like PT style training. Not everyone can afford that. This is why it's in small groups.
I don't like that. I wouldn't say that. Keep it on accountability, not based on cost, because the cost isn't an issue for this lady.
To make it more manageable, more accountable, both inside and outside the gym. We also meet you at your current level of fitness. So we're not really push too hard. Have you got any injuries or anything like that we need?
So meet you at your current level of fitness. We can work around any injuries. I would put that in the second pillar of them enjoying it, not being pushed too hard, too early. In the third pillar here, I think you've made 2 mistakes. You mentioned cost of a one-on-one PT, not important. And you're going back to her enjoying it, which I understand leads to accountability, but like we're talking about the support inside the studio, and more importantly, support outside the studio to get her butt through that front door that 2 to 4 times per week. 3, of course, being the sweet spot.
Take into consideration, then things are adjusted to accommodate you. Because that
Right.
one-size-fits-all approach, that doesn't work.
No.
So,
No.
yeah, our job, essentially, get you in the front door, give you a high five when things are going well,
Yep.
and then a bit of a friendly kick up the backside when you need it.
Good. Excellent. No, I
Awesome.
love that.
So, do you think this could potentially help you get to your goal?
So he's transitioning to the trial close. I think the 3 core pillars overall were pretty good. I think he could have said those 3 core pillars, that makes sense that it has to be effective. You have to enjoy it. We have to give this support. Yeah, absolutely. So you want to tie off the pillars, ensure they understand the pillars, and then from there, we will then ask them, do you think this could? Listen to this question.
Goals?
It's, you know what? It's an awesome.
Do you think this door give you a high five when things are going well?
Yep.
And then a bit of a friendly kick up the backside when you need it?
Good.
See, loved it. Good, excellent. It's a quick transition.
Excellent. No, I
Awesome.
love that.
So, do you think this could potentially help you get to your goals?
It's, you know what? It's an awesome start. It's a great
Amazing.
start. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a great start.
Awesome, amazing. It's a great start. Fantastic.
The next step would be to get.
So the next step, you can start grabbing details now. I would have asked her, that's so good to hear that you're sounding so positive about this new program. Like, what is it that you're feeling so positive about? What do you feel about the program is amazing? And get her to push in again. And she will say things like, oh, I just need to get restarted. I love the fact that you cater for beginners. I love the fact that your schedule suits me. And they just sell themselves into the program before the final step of grabbing the card details over the phone.
Get you enrolled and then get you booked in for your first sessions. We obviously we're starting in March. So I've got a lot of your details already.
Obviously, going to stop the call there. Overall, really good, right? So 28-day Pilates challenge for $319. That was sold in 10 minutes and 42 seconds. So James does an amazing job of building rapport, great tone, great cadence. I think you throw in a few extra words on the end of sentences that don't need to be there that can open up other doors. But outside of that, like overall, a really, really, really great call. For any Pilates studios that listen to this, that may surprise you of how easy that was and how smooth of a call that was. But once again, like, I know you love Pilates. I get it. But people don't love Pilates as much as you, right? They want to get the result. And that's where, like, if you can talk about results-based thinking and what is in it for them, if they achieve their goals, how are they going to feel? How is their pain going to improve? What is the community going to do for them? And then when they're in the studio, you can talk about your rower, your reformer, your bike, your mat, your weights, your Pilates socks, everything that also goes along with that. So guys, I make these videos for one reason and one reason only. Sales is a bad rep in regards to fitness being pushy, being sleazy. And I take offense to that because our sales team does an amazing job selling hundreds of memberships a week, done in a respectful way with integrity. And I hope that all fitness sales can sound like that for every gym owner around Australia. So if you get value from this video, please like it, please subscribe it, and please share with a friend. It would absolutely mean the world to me. Have a lovely, lovely day.